We are either fighting or feeding disease.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lilian Momina. I am a registered dietitian, and in today's video I have an amazing guest with me. She's Grace Michere. She's also a registered dietitian practicing within the Kenyan borders. She's a professional in women's health, and she's going to guide us on how your gut actually affects your hormones. So Grace, karibu sana.
Hello guys, my name is Grace, as she has mentioned. I'm also a practicing nutritionist, and I majorly deal with women's health, especially in the area of hormonal balance or hormonal health. So gut health is like our first line of contact to our body cells. So what we feed our bodies with is what eventually can come out as disease or can be food to or healing to our body.
Is there any relationship between the gut health and the hormones, how the hormones functions, basically like how your hormone profile is? Is it influenced by the gut health?
Yes, there is a clear relationship between our gut health and our hormone balance or our hormone health. Every symptom that we experience, either you have joint pains, either you have anxiety and depression, whether you have hormonal issues, it started from your gut. So a good example to show that there is this relationship is whereby you have low stomach acid, which will lead to poor nutrient absorption, and then will lead to sluggish metabolism. It's going to distress your liver. You're then going to have thyroid and adrenal dysfunction, and then you will obviously have hormonal issues. So as you can see, it all started from the gut before you can experience these hormonal issues.
So Grace, now that we have emphasized on the importance of the gut health to our general well-being, is there anything like a good diet that is supposed to support the gut? Because you see, you all understand the benefits that a good gut health has to our health by now. I hope you do, and if you do, please let me know in the comment section. And so, is there a way that we can actually adapt a different way of eating to ensure that we promote our gut health? Is there such a thing?
I always say that our gut requires a diverse, or our microbiome requires a diverse array of foods from plant sources to animal sources so that it can function optimally. The number one thing that you need to do to your gut or to help you balance your gut health so that your hormones will be balanced is to ensure that you are balancing your blood sugars. Blood sugar balancing or management is one key thing that can lead to hormonal balance. How can you do this? You need to be eating a variety or all the macronutrients and not concentrating on one or leaving the other. So you need to be taking a combination of carbohydrates, quality protein, and healthy fats in all your meals. And then another aspect of balancing your sugar is to make sure that when you wake up, you are not taking coffee as the first thing in the morning, but rather you are having a meal before you can have that coffee, and that will ensure that you have stable sugars throughout the day. Also, you need to be eating enough and not restricting yourself to very small meals or to very low calorie diet. Digestion is a very energy intense process which requires that we eat foods from all the macronutrients and the micronutrients so that it's able to work efficiently and be able to balance our hormones. So you need to eat enough. Another thing, you also need to ensure that you are doing some movements throughout the day, either walking or you are exploring things like strength training, running, jogging, whichever exercise that you can do. Please do it. It will be beneficial to your gut health and even to your digestion and eventually to your hormonal health.
Grace, you have talked about eating variety of foods.
Yes.
Now there's this notion that is currently going on, especially in the country. It's like a looming crisis, whereby we are having people on social media like TikTok, even YouTube, telling people to stop eating fruits because they have sugar. What's your take on that?
I don't love controversy, but since I'm a nutritionist, I'm going to comment on this one. So the people that are telling you not to eat fruits because they're going to spike your sugars and all that are probably lying to you, because fruit is one of the most nutritious sources of food that we have, even from the Bible. It's highly regarded, it's highly nutritious. Fruits not only have natural sugar, but they come bound with fiber, antioxidants or phytonutrients that are actually beneficial to our health. And when you eat that fruit in its whole form, those phytonutrients and fiber, they act like a gelling effect, which prevents rapid absorption of sugars into your bloodstream. So you need to be taking fruits, a variety of them, and in their whole forms, compared to taking packaged juices that have been added other additives. So take your fruits as much as you can. Take advantage of seasonal fruits. If you have insulin resistance or you are at risk of insulin resistance, then it is advised or recommended that you take your fruits after your meals, or you can take your fruits in, say, Greek yogurt or plain yogurt. So in that way, that combination of carb and protein will help to balance your sugars. So that's my take.
Thank you so much, Grace, for clarifying on that, and I hope you guys, you have gotten that it's okay to have your fruits, provided you're not going to process them. Don't sieve your fruits. If you're blending, blend them, the fruits that you can blend, actually blend with the covers. Is it skin? You don't only to drink the juice and that you'll be leaving out the good stuff out. So take your fruits whole and ensure that you take care of your gut. So is there a way of eating, like a design that someone can eat for the best outcomes of their gut? You know, I understand that on onset of food, the body starts producing enzymes, acids and such. So is there a way that someone who's struggling with gut issues, maybe they have ulcers, common bloating and such, is there a way that they can be eating or taking their food to help them improve on their health outcomes?
Sure, there is something that I call digestion hygiene, like how you're supposed to eat to ensure there is optimal digestion. So the first thing is to make sure that you are chewing your food. It's actually recommended that you should chew up to 10 times your food before you swallow. This one will help in proper breaking down of the food, and it will not put a lot of pressure onto your digestive system, and thus you'll be able to digest that food properly. And then another hygiene, number 2, is to make sure that you avoid distractions, loud noises, TV and screens, or you are at your workplace or work desk. So just ensure that you are eating from a very calm place and you are actually seated, not standing. Digestion hygiene tip number 3 is to make sure that you are experiencing your food. You can either do this by making sure that you prepare your own food at home, or you can smell the food that you have at the table and even touch it. So this will create a positive impact, even your brain. So the overall thing is to make sure that you are in a stress-free environment, you are relaxed, you are seated, and this will stimulate your digestive enzymes and will actually stimulate digestion to make sure that you are getting the most out of the nutrients that you are taking in.
Thank you, Grace, for that on digestion. I think we have a lot to improve on that. So if you have not been practicing digestion hygiene, kindly start on it. So Grace, is there anything like foods that support the gut health? Specific types of foods or specific types of nutrients that you can take on a regular to help you support your gut health?
On top of eating a variety of foods like we've mentioned earlier, there are some supportive foods that you can add onto that can help. And my number 1 is apple cider vinegar. This one, when taken especially before meals or fasting in the morning, it will like help improve your stomach acid. And as we know that stomach acid is very important to digestion and even to elimination of toxins from the stomach. Another food that is supportive to your gut health is bone broth. Bone broth is rich in a nutrient called L-glutamine that is known to be healing to your stomach and even to your intestine. Number 3 supportive food that you can add to your diet is well-cooked white mushrooms. They are really good at fiber, protein and all that, but they also help in elimination of toxins from the gut. Another one that is close to that is raw carrot salad. So carrot in its raw form has a lot of fiber and is actually known to bind onto excess estrogen in the gut and help you in eliminating that estrogen through poop or bowel movements. And in that way you are able to balance your estrogen levels. Another supportive food that I find really helpful is beetroots. It's very essential or beneficial to your gallbladder and your liver, making sure that the fat that you eat is digested. Another one is water. You need to hydrate well with minerals. So mineralized water is actually very much advocated for. The last one, fermented foods. Fermented foods, because they are sources of probiotic or the live bacteria that resides in your intestines, that helps with digestion and helps to act like a barrier to your intestines and preventing all manner of toxins from getting into your bloodstream. So you need to add things like sauerkraut or fermented cabbage, things like kefir or kefir yogurt, probiotic yogurt, fermented porridge.
One thing I would also want to maybe talk about, mushrooms. It's an upcoming food in the country.
Yes.
We are not used to it. And I saw somewhere someone was concerned about the safety of mushrooms in the country. So maybe you can highlight on that. And another thing on supplementation. I am an advocate of supplements, but prescribed supplements. So you guys, you need to stop taking supplements just because someone told you to take supplements. Before you take any supplementation, you need to discuss with a dietitian. So on supplementation, is there anything like supplements that are targeted for gut bacteria? Because you see, there's a lot of data that is supporting the importance and the role of gut bacteria to your health. So you see these people in business usually capitalizing on that and making everything that probiotic safe, probiotic things. Some things are not even, it's just marketing gimmick. Should we actually consider taking supplements for our gut and hormonal profiles?
So let me comment about the mushroom issue. Mushroom is one very sensitive plant that, if not taken in hygienic conditions, can actually be harmful to your gut and to your health. But the opposite, it is also a very highly nutritious food, as I had mentioned earlier. So as you know, like in this country, there are some loopholes. Us as consumers can get hold of mushrooms that have not been regulated. And so we can urge our government or the leaders that are involved in the standardization of the foods that we take, that they make sure that what we get in our supermarkets, in our food stores, health stores, is actually regulated by, say, KEBS or the bodies that are concerned. We also need a food analysis lab to help protect consumers from taking toxins, harming themselves and their health. But what you can do at the moment is to make sure that the mushroom that you get is ethically sourced, is in a credible place, like say a supermarket, and you properly wash it and make sure that it is well cooked. Don't take it raw. Supplementation, this is a very sensitive subject as well, because there are all sorts of supplements in the market that say they support gut health, they support hormonal health, and you need to do your due diligence. Invest in someone that is well trained or experienced. So when you are purchasing a probiotic, you need to know the different strains that are in that probiotic and what are the functions of each of the strains named, so that you can be able to get maximum benefit. Or you need to work with a qualified nutritionist. Then we have other supplements like ginger. You can take it in its raw form or the ginger capsules. They stimulate digestion, they are anti-inflammatory and all that. There is other herbs like licorice root or slippery elm that are also beneficial to your gut health. Some seeds that you can take to support your gut health, and you can find them in supplement form, like say fennel seed is a known herb or seed to help with trapping gases from your stomach. So if you experience bloating and you have done all the intervention that I have mentioned earlier, then you can add fennel seeds into your routine to make sure that you are not bloating as much.
So guys, thank you so much, Grace, for the insightful yet very educative, you guys take your fruits, yet very educative talk. So as a parting shot, remember that the main problem, the main enemy for your gut is inflammation. So you need to make sure that you're taking care of all the things that we talk about reducing inflammation, because that is the key point in ensuring that your gut stays healthy. On this video right here, I talked about some of the things that you can do to help you heal and repair your gut. Ensure that you check it out, a continuation of this amazing topic. Stay subscribed and make sure that you give this video a like and follow. And until next week, bye.